Well, and along the same line of reasoning, one can quite aptly conclude that murder, any and all murder, can be thought of as a crime against history. When you kill someone, you kill even an animal, anything, any living being that loses its existence because you chose to kill them, becomes a victim of a crime against history, because embodied in every living being, every individual of every species, is a great line of historical weight, of, of information, of characters and characteristics, several things that history has bestowed upon life in a certain direction. And in its flow, life chose to branch along the directions of several individuals trying to go along their own way. And any of these individuals killing any other commits a crime against history. Yeah. It's an idea that should move the world when you think about it. There is so much weight, such heavy ideas involved in the making of a new individual from pre-existing ones. A mother giving birth, even a cell dividing into two. These are all processes that continue history. Time loses meaning when someone dies. Perhaps not all of its meaning, but some of its meaning. The measurers of time are living individuals of different species that have the capability to measure that something is flowing, something is moving, even when nothing is moving. They call it time. They call this feeling of passage of something in the ether, the passage of time. Time loses some meaning. History loses some of its essence. Some part of the past is lost. And what if nature does it? And nature does do that. Non-living factors, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and so forth, have caused a lot more death than what living beings have caused until now, I feel. And is nature not criminally involved in this process as well? Is nature not a murderer of history as well? Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. And what bigger sinner than nature in this regard? Then what bigger sinner than nature in this regard? And why should we expect nature to be gentle and loving? It doesn't have to. Murder and murder of history. These are important concepts. They don't lead anywhere. There's nothing I can say about these things, but I want to identify, man, that this is what it is. That murder is not just murder of an individual. That death is not just associated with the death of an individual. We normalize it because we are also individuals of a species. When we see other individuals of other species, or even our own species, die, we can feel only a limited amount of pain and empathy and empathize with them. But we cannot really understand the weight of history that they carry, because we carry the same weight, right? So we don't know how much more there can be to it, because we're all at the same level. So we have normalized it. But we should realize in absolute terms that life carries weight. And just identifying that is a great step forward, I feel. What this murder means, how much of a criminal nature is, what the fate of such criminals will be, whether laws can be designed to punish human and beyond criminals against history is beyond the discussion here. I feel what is within the scope of our discussion is the identification of the idea that yes, murder of living beings is in fact a crime against history. Yeah, that's all it is.